Hello. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good, good. I'm assuming that means you can hear me. I am good. How's everyone doing on this Sunday? Okay, cool. How's everyone's weekend going? Going well? Oh, a bit quiet. Okay, is that better? Can you hear me better? Oh, about to go to work. No, not on a Sunday. Okay, cool. Man, this thing is so weird. Um, 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 um. Yeah, okay, so for those of you who are not reading House of Leaves, totally fine. We'll just have reading sprints like usual. We'll read together, we'll hang out, and then at the very end, we'll let you know when we're going to be talking about House of Leaves. And you can stay too if you don't care if we ruin things for you. But yeah, you're welcome to hang out for as long as you'd like. Okay. Let's see. And I don't even know, I'm not sure if I'm going to. Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, this thing does not tell me who's in here. It's confusing. But anyways, I don't know if I'll be reading House of Leaves today. I might be reading Wake Up and Open Your Eyes, just because I finished up to page 80 on here, kind of. kind of. So for today, I might just read the book club pick. But what are you guys reading? Are you reading House of Leaves today? Are you reading just your normal book? Are you reading book club book? What's everyone reading? Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay. Hi, Nat. Hi, Richard. Oh, nice. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's like doing a workout, reading House of Leaves, like a mental workout. I'm very interested to see what you guys think of it so far, but okay, let's see what you guys are reading. This is one of my favorite parts, going through and Googling all the books that you guys are reading. Okay, so this one is Coupe de Grace. I've never heard of this one. A visceral experimental horror book. Oh, perfect for readers of Mark Danielewski. Interesting. I've never even heard of this. Let's see what else we got. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Gormenghast? Gormenghast? Wait, does it... Oh, interesting. Never heard of this either. Oh, okay. Richard, you're reading Wake Up and Open Your Eyes too. Oh, and hi, Pia. Oh, I just finished The Lamb 2 this month. Oh my gosh, Violent Faculties. Oh, that book is something. That book is something. Yeah, that's perfect. Housework, reading, studying, just hanging out. Anything you want to do. I've heard a lot about this house on Needless Street. It seems like everyone I've talked to, they either love it or hate it. Yeah, I'm not a huge fantasy person, but honestly, though, I don't know that I've ever read fantasy. So maybe I'm just prematurely judging, you know? Ooh, what's this? Blood on Her Tongue. That sounds interesting. I really... Oh, that's not how you spell tongue. Like seeing what you guys are reading. It's always very interesting. I don't know if I've seen this one. Oh, hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. Wait, how is this Blood on Her Tongue? Have you started it? This sounds really interesting. I lost my place. The Inheritance Games? Inheritance Games. Oh, it's a series. This looks, just by looking at it, looks like a fantasy kind of thing. I don't know, but so many of, I mean, I don't know if this one's a fantasy, but so many fantasy books come out and I'm like, so many people love them. Maybe I'll give one a read one of these days, you know? The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay. Oh, a 5-star read. I've definitely never heard of this. This sounds interesting too. Man. Oh, Blood Meridian, nice. Don't Fear the Reaper. Oh gosh, no. I started that book, Richard. I started it and I was like, oh my gosh. I have like half of a extreme horror vlog filmed and I just haven't gone back for the other half because that was going to be one of them. That book. Okay, that is one I have heard. I have heard Mr. Magic. I've seen this cover around. Oh yeah, I've definitely talked about this before, so someone must have been reading this. some other time. Okay, sorry. I'm just reading what the description of all the books you guys are reading. Where were we? Your cat looks like a tiger. I'm sure she'll be in and out. I don't know why, for whatever reason, really likes it in here. So every time I'm in here, she's usually hanging out. It looks like the Blood on Her Tongue book looks like it would be very atmospheric. Oh, I do love some body horror too. Oh, May It Fly. Yeah, no, that's cool. You can read it and then talk about it with them. Yeah, I don't know. I still do have it's not Game of Thrones, but I still do have the Lord of the Rings book that my husband said that he would read with me. So, hasn't happened yet. Can I get that man to sit still for 5 minutes and read a book? I do not know, but well, we picked up 2 copies, so maybe I keep telling him, I'm like, it feels like a. Can you guys hear me now? Or no? Oh, okay. That's very strange. I don't know why my mic stopped working, but okay, good. This one did chew the cable, so it might be a little finicky. But I was just saying she might be creepily staring at you, but there's a window right there, so she's just looking out the window. Um, well, because I've been trying to, I mean, I've been with my husband for what, 12 years or something, and I've been trying to get him to read a book. And one time he was like, "Do you want to read?" I'm like, "Yes." So he gets a book, and we're like sitting in bed, and we open our books. And I'm like, "Is this going to be my life? where every night before bed we read. This is amazing. And then 5 minutes later, he closes his book and he's like, so what do you want to do now? I'm like, read, what do you mean? So I've been trying to get him to read anything. And so last year, I was like, will you please, if you get to pick the book, will you read a book with me? And he picked Lord of the Rings. So he was like, I'll read this one. I'm like, okay, we'll see. So that was his pick, not mine. Dead Souls. Oh, no, but I did read something from this same guy. This Nikolai Gogol, or however you pronounce his name. What did I read from him? I don't know, but I just read something from him not too long ago. Was that the story? Was that the story of the... My gosh, I cannot remember what I read from that guy. I think it may have been the story where this girl dies and the father has this like priest or something come and sit with her body for 3 days, and then every day she rises from the dead. Rises from the dead? Rises from the dead? I don't know. But I can't remember the name of it. But I haven't read Dark Souls from him. Oh my gosh, this cat is the worst with chewing. She gets into everything. She chews everything. I have 2 dogs and she's the problem child, you know? Get him to read The Hungry Caterpillar. Yeah, maybe we should start with more appropriate level books and then work up. That's actually a good question. He started listening to audiobooks. I don't know, he just has the attention span of a rock. He reads, but he reads articles and he likes learning stuff. So just books aren't really his format. Wait. Okay, so can you guys hear me? I don't know why my mic isn't working. Can everyone hear me? Thank you. Yes, Vi. Oh my gosh, I could not think of the title of that book. I might need a new cord, but can you guys hear me, or am I cutting in and out, or what's going on? Let me know. Okay, so some people can't hear me. How weird. Oh shit. Oops, I just pushed something on my thing, so I don't know what that button does. Whoops. Hopefully you can still hear me. What is the Stand anthology? I have no idea what that is. I have not read any Margaret Atwood books. I don't think ever. Is Lord of the Rings just, what do you mean by hard going? Is it a little boring, or is it difficult to read, or? No, yeah, I know the Stand book, but he said the Stand anthology. And then he said some good authors are on it. So it's got to be. Oh, I could just Google it, I guess. I don't think this is it. Or is it? Is this it? I'm wearing contacts and this one keeps going blurry. An original short story anthology based on Stephen King's book The Stand. Is that what it is? I didn't even know this was a thing, to be honest. 800 pages. Holy. Oh, it's coming out this year. Holy crap, 800 pages? Oh my gosh, it has so many writers on it. Wait, how did I not know this was a thing? But anyways, to answer your question, no, I probably won't read it. I haven't read The Stand yet. I mean, it would be cool to read it eventually, but yeah, I liked the Vi book that I read. It's just cool reading books because he wrote those in like the freaking 1800s or something, right? They're very old. Oh yeah, you said it was an old book, I think. I can't find it. Yeah, 1842. So it was cool. It's cool to see what horror was like back then. But I felt like there was more stuff going on in that book that I wasn't quite like I would have to read multiple times, you know? That is so oh, okay, so it's set in the Stand universe. Interesting. I honestly had no idea that that was coming out. I had no idea that was a thing. But I'll have to read The Stand first. Oh yeah, then probably my husband will get bored after 5 minutes. It's just impossible to hold his attention. I don't know. Okay, yeah, that is the book that I found. The End of the World as We Know It, New Tales of Stephen King's The Stand. That is so cool. Huh, interesting. Hello, Massachusetts. Isn't it cool that we're all in different parts of the world and we're just hanging out talking about books? The internet is pretty neat. Uh, Not really. I'm telling you, I'm still stuck on French literature. I can't get over these French books. From Scotland. Hello. Honestly, after reading Skag Boys, I want to go to Scotland so bad. I think if I could travel anywhere right now, that's where I would go. But yeah, I'm still stuck on French literature. It's dark. It's so dark. I just really like it. So, but this year, hopefully, I can dabble in some other countries' stuff. Mm, when the reckoning comes? No, I've never even heard of this one. It sounds interesting, but I haven't even heard of that. I am in California. I'm in LA. Ireland. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Mm, yeah, it seems like a pretty small book, the first Lord of the Rings book. It doesn't look too bad, but I don't know. One day I'll conquer it. Son of the Slop, win. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't read extreme horror for a while. That is so crazy. We got people from all over. That is so neat. Yeah, I definitely would. Honestly, the humor of the book sold me. I'm like, if this is the personality of people in Scotland, I'm moving there. It was just hilarious. Oh, so this is a good question. What do you guys think? Do you have recommendations? Hello, hello. For short horror reads, like 50 to 200 pages. Um, I think that the Hellbound Heart fits into there. Definitely that one. Ronald Malfi has a book called, or like a short novella called Sakulina. And actually, he's coming out with another one this year too. I can't remember. It's just like a letter and numbers or something. And then Keelan Patrick Burke has a lot of shorter novellas that are fun too. I read The Tent, I read Sour Candy, and then Dead Leaves from him as well. Those are all good short horror books. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. What is Escape the Readathon? Is that where you just read for like 24 hours straight or something crazy? Global creeps. Oh my gosh, wait, that's such a good idea to read Mayfly going when you're going to on a trip to Disney. That's great. That's perfect timing for it. Yes, I want to read The Unworthy. It's around here somewhere. I will probably read that one this month or next month. Oh no. What's come closer? I feel like I know. Oh yeah. I keep seeing this one around. Maybe I should add this one to my list. What do you mean by competitive readathon? Like how, oh, you guys compete to see how many books you can read in one go or something? Oh, thank you. She loves you too. She loves to come and hang out. Here's some short stories: The Vessel, Womb, Waif. Oh, The Horror. I haven't read that one, but oh, Carmela, that's another good short one. Hello from Florida. I'm telling you, isn't he so good? I know, Ronald Malfi is so good. My friend was just texting me. My friend was just texting me about a book because I made him read a few Ronald Malfi books too, and he just finished December Park the other day, and he was texting me. He's like, "It's just so good." Oh yeah, Ian Reed. Yeah, those are short books. No, I don't know what this is. Bad Movie Night? What's that? freaking desk is so squeaky. I should probably get a better setup. Oh, interesting. That sounds interesting. I've never heard of that one. Yes, the Nick Cave book. Yeah, I was just saying, I think it was maybe on Patreon that I was saying this, but uh, I have also War Ghoul by, now I'm not going to remember the guy's name, something Brokey or something. And I was saying it would be interesting to read books by musicians. Like, I don't know if I could find just horror, but I don't know. That might be an interesting video to see what those kinds of books are like. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll read the Nick Cave book for there. That's not true. Morella knows all. 43 things last year and broke my brain. Oh my gosh, I'm determined to win. No, that's crazy. Wait, how long is the readathon? I can't do stuff like that. I love reading as much as the next gal, but I cannot sit and read for, like, you know, those people that post videos that are like reading for 24 hours. Nope, never. I could never do that. JD Kirk. Oh, I will definitely look those up. Wait. Wait. How come when I type in JD Kirk? Wait, is that what you said? JD Kirk? Okay, how come when I type in JD Kirk, Barry Hutchinson comes up? Is that his real name or is my internet broken? Oh, here we go. JD Kirk. Okay, cool. I will definitely look into these. Thank you. I love people that are super competitive because I just like don't care enough about anything to be this competitive. So this is so funny. That's awesome. Oh, the yellow wallpaper. That is a great suggestion. Yes. Yep, that's a great one. Um we watched Night of the Demons for on Patreon yesterday. I don't know if you guys seen that, but there's like this demon that comes that shows in the movie and it looks kind of like a dragon, but I was joking. I was like that is what's living inside Morella. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she loves hanging out. I don't know. She really enjoys it in here. No, I don't know who that is. Graham Masterson? Oh. Wait, what's this? I haven't read any of his books, but I will also look into this author. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. I'm a slow reader. um, what was the last book I bought? Oh, you know what the last book I bought was? It'll be in the next book haul, but Oh, you know, it's probably on the floor somewhere because I just did the book haul. This guy. This is the last book that I read, or I mean, that I bought. Beta Vulgaris. It's about talking beats or something. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds interesting. That's the last book that I bought. The other day, my husband went, let's go to Barnes & Noble. I'll buy you a book. I was like, you're on, buddy. The Sun by Philip Meyer. I haven't heard of this one. I just love seeing what everybody's reading. Sometimes, I think I say this every time we're on live, but sometimes I just go through Goodreads and I look at what everybody's currently reading and what people are saying about it. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was like, I don't know. I Googled his name and some other guy popped up. Oh no, man, I'm such a slow reader. Sorry, 1 second. I promise we'll get to reading soon. Oh, wow. Wait, so you read 40 books in a month? Holy crap. Oh, and you're in teams. That sounds so fun. Wait, what is that? Is that like through a YouTube channel or a Discord or what is that? Young Goodman Brown by Nathaniel Hawthorne. The Devil and Tom Walker. Yeah, some of these older stories it's cool to read super old books. Man, I just lost my freaking place again. And see how they've kind of stand the test of time. I just read some other old book. Now I can't remember the name of it, but from like the early 1900s. And I was like, wait, this was actually really creepy. Into how far are we into House of Leaves or I haven't read Cradle Lake. Actually. I love that. I love when people find their love of books. It makes me so happy. Wait, thank you for telling me this. How did no one told me this? Night of the Demons is based on an M.R. James book. No fucking way. Reading that immediately. Thank you very much. You guys are always teaching me cool things. So the other one was Warghoul by Dave Brokey. He's a guy in the band Gwar. Hold on, that's how you spell it. But I think those are the only two ones that I've found so far. Yeah, Maggie's Grave that's a fun little ride. Yeah, I'm sure that there are a lot of singers that write books. Actually, now that I think about it, the singer from System of a Down, I think, writes poetry too. But I don't know if he has a book or just specific poems. Oh, okay. Books with Lexi. That is who does this readathon. I'll have to look and see who that is. That is so fun. Oh, she just posted the announcement yesterday. Info and challenges are shared via Discord. Okay, so anybody who's interested in this, Books with Lexi. That is so neat. I'm gonna look into that. That's cool. I mean, I definitely can't read more than 10 books a month. And that's still pushing it for me, but oh yeah, that Bat Eater book. I think yeah, I think cuz I think this was one. Richard, weren't you going to recommend this one for book club, the Bat Eater book, but then it wasn't available in the US yet? Yeah, so that's kind of why I wanted to do this and read it this way, because I thought that breaking it down would be easier and it looks very intimidating. And then also doing it this way so we could talk things out so that if we do find something that we don't quite understand or whatever. But I will say so far, it hasn't been frustrating. It's actually a lot more linear than I thought it would be and a lot easier to read than you would think from picking up a book like this. But it is a little bit more of just like a mental workout because you're flipping back and forth between like the appendix and this and that and looking at different things. So it's just more of like an experience, but so far it hasn't been frustrating. That is so interesting. That's so cute. Yeah, so anybody who wants to do that readathon, check out that YouTube channel cuz that does sound like a lot of fun. And if we're reading anyways, then you know. No, Richard, you're banned. You're banned from sending me a book. You're officially banned. But I haven't started this one yet, but I did read the back of it. This one that you sent me, The Exorcist House, and it sounds really creepy. So I'm really excited to read this one. But why? What Irvin Welsh book? I have my used bookstore has a ton of his books, and they're all super cheap. So, but you can recommend a book, and I'll check and see if they have it. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll keep that one in mind. I think for next month's book club, so this is this month's book club, Wake Up and Open Your Eyes. I don't know if you guys are reading this one or are planning on reading this for this month's book club. But anyways, I think for next month, we'll pick a book that's not new just because I don't want every month people to have to go out and buy books. And I don't know where you guys live and how things are where you guys are, but for me, if a new book comes out, I'm not getting it from the library for like at least a month or two. So I want to be able to have a mix of older books and newer books. But maybe after next month, then we could read The Bat Eater. But I have a few books that I want to recommend for book club, but I don't know if I haven't read them, so I don't know. Or one of them I haven't read, but it sounds so interesting. But I don't know. But anyways, after this book club, this live stream, which will be in 2 Sundays, so not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. That's what 2 Sundays mean. After this book club, after we discuss this book, then we'll give suggestions for the next book club. The Sex Lives of Siamese Twins. I don't know if I saw that one when I was there, but I can definitely look and see. But I still have, Richard, I still have Reheated. I can see it from here, and I can't tell if it's Reheated Cabbage or Reheated Garbage. But anyways, I have that book from him. I have Trainspotting to get through. I think those are the only 2 ones I have, but I will look for that one next time I go to the used bookstore. This is from Etsy. Hello. Yeah, we got quite a few people from the UK in here. Okay, so you finished Wake Up and Open Your Eyes. How many people here are reading this for book club, or have read it, or are planning on coming to book club? It's definitely going to be an interesting discussion on Wake Up and Open Your Eyes. Yeah, it will be, yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, I think that's good, right? Because then people could get it from the book club books from like the library, or that way I just don't want everybody going out and buying new books every month if they don't need to, you know? So, I don't know. And then I would also like to mix in older books so you can get them for free too. So, like when we did Carmilla, that's a book that I think is just like in the public domain and you can get for free. The only music writer books, the only 2 that I have so far is that Nick Cave book and the Dave Brokey book. So I don't have like a whole list or anything. Those are the only 2 that I know of so far. I haven't read a Vonnegut book since Dead-Eyed Dick. That was the last one that I read. Oh my gosh, yeah, and Filth. That should be down there too, but it's not. Where is Filth? Maybe it's just hiding. Yeah, I have so many books to get through. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. That's so cool. There are codes available to get the book for $4. That's really neat. Yes, Slaughterhouse-Five is amazing. I haven't read Sirens of Titan yet. That is on my list. I think I have it, right? Maybe I don't. Wait, no, yeah, I do. It's right here. I haven't read that one yet. So the only thing, I don't really DNF books. Even if I don't like them, like if you if you guys saw my reading wrap up, there was a book last month that I did not particularly enjoy. But I don't really DNF books. I usually finish them. I mean, I do finish them. But the only thing that I will say is that in December, I started reading Nosferatu, and I was just reading a few pages a day and to get done by the end of the month. And then I got sick and then I stopped reading it. So it's still on my nightstand and I'm like halfway through. So that's the only book that I've come close to not finishing, but it's not because I wasn't enjoying it. It's just because I got sick. And then for page on Patreon, we have these monthly TBR cards. So we pull one per month. And the one for this month was what was it, guys? It was like a movie or a book with a number in the title or something. And I was like, I really should finish Nosferatu. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a book that I've like DNF'd where I just couldn't finish it. I always finish it. Yeah, Slaughterhouse 5 is my top two. It's between Slaughterhouse 5 and Mother Night. Those are my two favorite Kurt Vonnegut books so far. Yeah, I also was concerned with the book club book because I know we have a lot of people outside of the US and it is a very obviously a political social commentary specifically related to the US. So I was a little worried how other people might respond to it. But you know what? It'll be an interesting conversation, especially seeing how people outside of the US feel about the book. So I will say it's not my favorite so far. I don't particularly like political commentary books that are about things that are happening right now, you know? So, yeah, I don't know, but I'm only like not even halfway through the book, so I don't have like a fully formed opinion or anything on it. Read the opening paragraph of Sirens of Titan, like right now. That's fair. DNF a book to too many grammar mistakes. That's fair. Yeah, and there's no problem with DNFing a book. I totally understand why people are like, this one's not for me. Why would I spend so long reading it? I get it. But I'm like that with movies too. If I'm not enjoying a movie, I'm still going to sit through it and finish it to the end. It's just my preference. Hello, kitty. Oh, okay. All right. We should start to read, huh? You want to read? You want to read a little bit? Um Oh, Richard, yeah, that's a perfect one. Slaughterhouse 5 for the prompt. I didn't even think about that. I was only trying to think of horror slash thriller books. Oh my gosh. You once spoke to Kurt Vonnegut. That I will forever be jealous. That's so awesome. It's such a bummer that I mean, I don't know when he died, but I didn't start reading his books until I was, an adult. But man, do I freaking adore him. instead of, instead of DNFing a book, I finish them out of spite. That's a good approach. I like that. Oh gosh. Yeah. And that's another thing, disturbing books. Totally understand why people would DNF those too. There's no problem with DNFing books. I'm like, I've started it. I'm gonna finish it. And especially for me too, because it counts towards one of the 10 books that I read per month. So if I get halfway through, I'm like, well, I might as well finish it, you know? I DNF books like it's going out of style. Okay. Okay, Sirens of Titan. It's not. Wait, was this the one that you said? Sirens of Titan? Now I lost the thing. Okay, yeah, no, it was. Um, Everyone know now, and everyone knows how to find the meaning of life without himself. Is that the opening? But mankind wasn't always so lucky. Less than a century ago, men and women did not have easy access to the puzzle boxes within them. They could not name even one of the 53 portals to the soul. Well, now you got me interested in this book. Now I'm going to want to read this. Yeah, so that's kind of the social and political commentary that I like, where it's taught. Like, I just finished Allison Galen's We Are Watching. And so that one on the surface it's about a family who gets into a car accident, the husband dies, but then they find out maybe it wasn't an accident, and then it relates to a book she wrote when she was a kid, and then her father's band. But underneath the surface, it's like political social commentary. Those are the type of books that I like. But I don't particularly like reading about what's currently happening surface level. Does that make sense? So, yeah, like a book like Tender as the Flesh, I loved that book. I don't even remember them saying fam instead of family. Yeah, I've read Cat's Cradle. Was I too young? When did he die? No, he died in 2007. Oh my God, he was born in 1922? Holy shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. I could have met him. I'm not that young. I'm 76. Oh, really? Where's the documentary? What is it, on a streaming network or? Wait, I'm sorry. What? Your town has an annual festival celebrating his work? Where is this festival? I must know. Oh, keep reading. Okay. Okay, so it says, everyone now knows how to find the meaning of life without himself, but mankind wasn't always so lucky. Less than a century ago, men and women did not have easy access to the puzzle boxes within them. They could not name even one of the 53 portals to the soul. Gimcrack religions were big business. Gimcrack? Gimcrack? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know. Hold on. Pro. Mankind, ignorant of truths that lie within every human being, locked outward, pushed ever outward. What mankind hoped to learn in its outward push was who was actually in charge of all creation and what all creation was all about. Mankind flung its advanced agents ever outward, ever outward. Eventually it flung them into space, into the colorless, tasteless, weightless sea of the outwardness without end. It flung them like stones. Gimcrack. Gimcrack.
Gimcrack.
Gimcrack, not Gimcrack. Okay. What? Hold on, let me check. Oh, it did. Okay. How did you know that before I knew that? Oh, my gosh. Okay, it should be coming on momentarily. Um, Wait, why is it taking so long? Wait, why does it say no signal? Oh wait, no, I think I'm just behind. Okay, yeah. I don't know how people live stream and keep the camera on. I don't know. I got a lot to learn, guys. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're doing these social and political commentaries, I don't know. It's just sometimes you don't want to read stuff that's happening right now, or you want to read it in a way that's different than what you're experiencing, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, now I will read this one soon. And I'll have to look up the Vonnegut documentary. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to look into this eventually. I am going to make it to this freaking Kurt Vonnegut festival. That's so cool. Um, we were also talking about on Patreon how there's a festival, or like I don't know if it's called a festival or what, but they read Moby Dick every year, like front to back. And it's like 22 hours straight or something like that. And I thought that that was so cool. And someone who lives in the town said that you could actually stream it. So I'm like, okay, that's really awesome. So I will add this to my list of festivals that I want to go to. Okay, cool. Kurt Vonnegut, Unstuck in Time. I will have to watch that. Yeah, Richard, that's kind of how I feel too. Like I read to get away from things. I don't read to think about politics and what's going on in the world. Yeah, yeah, that is how I feel. But I will say, I do like how the book is branching out and it's not just discussing one political topic. It's kind of, we've got a lot of stuff going on. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I can definitely see how a book might feel. Yeah, like somebody was just talking about the last Stephen King, or Stephen King, how he's been writing political stuff, which, he's very outspoken on his political beliefs and stuff. So it's not weird, I don't think. But when his book, now I don't even remember what it's called, but one of his last books that came out, it was just about the pandemic, and I'm like, we just went through this. I do not want to read about this right now. But, everyone's different, and I guess that's maybe cathartic for some people, not for me, but that's so nice. Thank you. I really love those comments are my favorite. Those, oh, I found my love for reading again, or I haven't read for a long time, or whatever. I love that because books help me through so much. Oh, that was you. You're here. Oh, okay, great. What town was it again? The Moby Dick thing? Thank you. Sorry, I didn't realize that you were in here. Do I look like I'm doing the news? Today, Morella tries to take over the world. That would be my news. Oh, I didn't know that either. I'll have to read that one. Yeah, I mean, well, Slaughterhouse 5, I think, is a good. I think it's a good. It was my first Kurt Vonnegut book, but I also love Mother Night. And like again, those are a lot of Kurt Vonnegut books. Like Mother Night is political and social commentary as well, but it's done in a way that makes you think and is timeless. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Richard. Either A Head Full of Ghosts or I just got this one. I got this one called The Specimen, and it's about this woman in the 1800s, and she finds a jar, a specimen jar for this doctor that she knows, and it's not weird because he has a bunch of specimens, but then she says that it has a damaged mitral valve. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. And then she says that that's not weird. He's a doctor. He has a bunch of things, except that that condition is rare. And her son, who's been missing for months, suffered from the ailment. Excuse me? This sounds so interesting. So I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could recommend this one, but I also haven't read this, so I don't know if it's I don't know if it's good or not. But Head Full of Ghosts I have read, and I know that it's will be a good discussion for book club, because some books are just straightforward, and then some books there's a little bit more to discuss. I don't know. I don't know. Hello, welcome. We haven't even started reading. We haven't done anything. Or are you talking about House of Leaves? Yeah, we're gonna tackle it together, guys. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. Okay, it's in New Bedford, from in Massachusetts. That's where the festival, thank you. Sorry, I did not realize that you were in here, but I'm so glad that you are. Uh, that's where the Moby Dick thing is. Festival. I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but man, that is so fun. That is definitely on my bucket list. But I'm so glad that you told me that we could stream it online. So if I can't make it to the next one, at least I can watch it. Oh, cool, Richard. I'm really excited to see what you think about that one. The Grace Year was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Yeah, I think Slaughterhouse Five is a good place to start. Oh, that's so funny. That's so cool. I love that. I wish we had something like that out here. At least boring. Yes, I have read Bartleby, but honestly, not in a really long time. I read it for college, but I do own it, and I have wanted to read it after that, like on my own. Okay, we should probably read, huh? I feel like we've been on forever. Oh my god, we've already been on for an hour. Jeez, guys. You gotta shut me up. I will talk forever about books. Okay. This guy. Okay, I am setting a timer for 30 minutes. I still don't know. Okay, so for those of you talking about House of Leaves, if this is what you're reading now, we read up to page 80. So that's what we will discuss. However, I didn't read because I just read this in the last few days. Like I have not been keeping up on my reading of this one. So I didn't read the appendix, the letters between him and his mother. So I read up to page 80, but I didn't read that additional because I'm like, oh, I'm on time. I'm going to be able to finish this for the live stream. And then it's like, oh, read this 100 pages of letters. I'm like, gosh darn it. So, for those of you who want to read this one, we will talk up to page 80, excluding those letters, if that's okay, because I did not get to them. Okay, cool. Then we're on the same page. I've looked at some of the appendix stuff, and we'll talk about some because some are just pictures, but I have not read the letters. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for telling me that. Yes, so we won't do. I apologize. I should have read them, but again, I didn't really because somebody even asked me too. They're like, "Is it going to be just 80 pages?" I'm like, "I have no idea." And then I get to the end. I'm like, "Okay, cool. It's pretty much only 80 pages." And then in the last 5 pages of the book, they're like, oh, by the way, here's this other 60 pages of letters to read. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, sorry, did not read those. We will cover those next time. And thank you for letting me know that there will be spoilers. So, I do have to get to those. I was trying to explain this book to my husband and he's like, "Why are you reading that? That sounds like work." I am curious what will come back around, what won't. Yeah, I'm super intrigued, but let's at least read a little bit because my gosh, I just talked so much. I apologize for talking your freaking ear off. But I will set a timer for 30 minutes. I think I'm going to read. Yeah, my iPad's dirty. I think I'm going to read Wake Up and Open Your Eyes instead of the letters because I'm not going to get them done in 30 minutes. So I think I'm going to read this one. I will set a timer for 30 minutes and then we will be back in 30 minutes to talk. Okay, and we're back. Wow, my cat did not want me to read. I don't know how she kept turning the pages of my book. She doesn't even have thumbs. But that was hilarious. Man, she cracks me up. Quick question. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. Just gonna start a poll for these live streams. Do you guys like the uh, reading sprints? Or would you guys just rather talk about books? Just curious. Oh man, that was. My cat is so freaking funny. It is so hard to read in here with her. How did your reading go? Are you enjoying your books? Oh, cool, okay. I am, yes. Yes, I am. Well, I'm glad we can keep you company at work. Yes, I am a big Dante fan. I'm a big Inferno fan. That's a different chord. I don't know why it's doing that. Can you hear me now? Okay. Oh man, that's not good. I'm gonna have to get a different chord. All right. Where were we? But yeah, the animals, they make it a little hard to read sometimes, that's for sure. But only when I'm in here. If I read on the couch, Morella really doesn't bother me. It's specifically this room. Oh yeah, so you're way far ahead then if you've already read the letters. I'm planning on doing that this week. Man, that's such a bummer. I don't even know how to. I'm sure I can find another chord. That's so annoying though. Okay. For House of Leaves or for Wake Up and Open Your Eyes? House of Leaves, I'm on page 80. Wake Up and Open Your Eyes, I'm on 192. About halfway done. It looks about halfway done to me. That's so cool. That's so neat. Okay, guys, let's chat about House of Leaves. Let's just start with a general, for the people that aren't reading it, let's just talk about a general synopsis so far of what the book is. And please correct me if I'm wrong, if I say any, or add anything, let me know. But so far, House of Leaves has been, okay, so it seems like about 50-50 people like reading and chatting. So, okay, then I guess we'll just do a little bit of both. Freaking cat hair everywhere now. So, the book is about our narrator named Johnny. His friend tells him about a neighbor that has passed away. He brings him in his house and they find a bunch of writing from this guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Is it Zapano or something like that? Zapano? Not sure. But he finds all of this writing from the guy. So I think Johnny ends up moving into his apartment, right? And he starts reading through his writings, Zapano's writings, and it's about this guy and his family who live in this house. And the house is just not right. Like something's not right there. The internal dimensions of the house exceed the external dimensions. Hallways and doorways keep changing, keep popping up, keep moving. The sizes move around. It's just not right. So you have that story. You guys are still here with me, right? And you can still hear me and everything? Just making sure. Now I'm like paranoid that my mic's going to go off and I'm going to be talking to myself. And sometimes okay, just making sure. Okay, so the story's about that, right? So it's about the house and the family that live in the house. Then it's about the guy who's been writing about the house. Then it's about Johnny, who's reading the writings that this guy wrote about this house. Okay, so it's like multi-layered. So you have the writing of Zapano. How do you guys pronounce that? And that's like the main story. And then you have footnotes from that writing, but then in the footnotes also you have Johnny talking about his life. So you have just like general stuff about him, like who he's hanging out with, where he's going, where he works, that kind of thing. But then you also have potentially how this text is affecting his life. He starts hearing things, seeing things, but he's also, I feel like, kind of an unreliable narrator. He does drugs, and I don't know fully if we can really trust everything that's happening to him. At least that's how I feel so far. So it's like a book inside a book inside a book. And then on top of that, we also have editor notes that refer to Johnny's life. So that's kind of the general synopsis so far. But okay, I'm glad that I'm not the only one. Yeah, I just don't know how much. I don't know, but he also does give good insights on some of the stuff. Like some of the stuff Zampano or whatever kind of glosses over, and then Johnny's like, wait, maybe we should look into that a little bit. And then you read his note and you're like, okay, that actually does make sense. So he's helpful, but then he's also, I don't know if I trust him. Johnny just be talking to talk sometimes. Yeah, he does ramble a bit, that's for certain. But what I've liked so far is that I look at this text and I'm like, I've always been kind of nervous to pick it up because it does seem very loaded. But I don't know what I'm expecting, some other language that I can't interpret or something. But then I open it up and I'm like, oh, it's just a book with words in English. And so it's been Can you hear me or no? Actually, let me just. Nope. Okay. Nope. Okay. Are we good? I will not touch it for the rest of the. No? Fuck. See, and then I keep moving it. Okay, I think that's the problem. Okay, are we good now? I won't touch it. Can you hear me? Are we good? Okay. I promise I won't touch it. I'm very fidgety though. Okay, and by next time I'll get a new cord because this is so annoying. And it's so weird because I used this mic yesterday and we did not have a problem. So I don't know if Morella got to it more. Anyways, I was just saying that so far I've liked how the story has been easier to follow than I thought that it would be. I was really nervous to pick it up. I was really nervous to read it. I was like, this is gonna be way too much. But it's just a story in English. Yeah, just sit like this. You guys can. I'll just do the live stream like this. Oh gosh. Okay, so I think that's just kind of the general synopsis so far. We have the Navidson record, the chapter of the Navidson record, and it says that it's a 5.5 minute optical illusion made to show off the proportions of the house. And then I have like the characters written down just so I can keep everybody in line in order. One question I have for you. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why that was working that one time, but I don't think it does now. I don't. Oh, but I'm not on the other side, so I don't know if. No, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it did the fireworks one time and now it's not. But my husband sets up these live streams, so I don't know what the heck he pushes or what he does on here. But I told him about it. I was like, "Oh, fireworks were popping up." He's like, "What?" Like he didn't even know how that happened. Okay, so here's a good comment. We can't fully trust Zampano either. Is it some Zampano? Zampano? How are you guys pronouncing it in your head? Half of his references are maybe made up, and he's writing about a movie he's supposedly visually seen, but he's blind. Yes, also, that is such a good point because there are so many times where, and then people are coming in and helping him with references, and like, even that lady's like, oh, he just told me to pick out a bunch of random people to put on this page. So I'm like, do I have to read this page of names? Or is it literally just a random bunch of photographers? So that is a good point. So we really are like 3 times removed from this supposed thing that happened, which adds, yeah, a whole nother layer to the story too. Well, and another thing too is like even the academic references, like even the footnotes, sometimes you roll your eyes because you're like, did that need to be a footnote? Like it's almost, I feel like making fun of academic papers in a way. No, I haven't. The boys of, now I'm scared to Google anything because I don't want to touch my computer, but I will look it up here. Boys of, oh, wait, I spelled it wrong. No, I haven't read these. I haven't even heard of these. Oh my gosh, they have really good ratings though. An epic and an unforgettable love story begins. Is it a romance? Is it just a romance or is it something else? Ah, sports. I don't think I've ever read a book about sports. Okay, cool. Yeah, it seems like sometimes he's like, and what this guy said, and then he puts a footnote, and the footnote's just like, what? And I'm like, what? That did not need to be there. So it is humorous at times. Yeah, actually, my best friend bought the new Ronald Malfi book for me for Christmas. So I think he said it just got delivered or it just got sent out or something. So I'm very excited for that one. Is it just romance or is it something, is it like fiction or what kind of book is it? Oh, okay. So, without giving anything away and without anybody who's further along in House of Leaves, does anybody have theories on why House is blue in the book? No matter where it says house, even if it's combined with another word, it's blue. And I showed it to my husband, and he's like, "Oh, that's a hyperlink." I'm like, "But it's a book, and this book doesn't even come in like an e format." So that was his suggestion. But I'm curious if anybody else has any other um, thoughts as to why that is. Will we find that out? Is that something that comes later? I'm not a drinker. I'm not a big drinker. My drink of choice is boba, which my husband just left to go get me. Peach green tea. That's about it. But yeah, I don't know about the blue house, guys. I don't know. So it doesn't become clear later in the book then. It's just I just there has to be some theories out there, you know? I'm just curious if anybody came across it and they're like, "Oh, I wonder if it's because of this." But I don't know. I don't have any freaking ideas. Oh, hmm, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I would say that I don't know if I would. Let me make sure my computer's not going to die. Okay, now we're good. Oh, it's charging. He plugged it in. Oh, what a good guy. I don't know. I do get that concept, but it's any time house is mentioned. Like it's not just talking about this specific house. It's any house, even if house is combined with another word, you know? So if it were just this specific house, I could see that, but yeah, I don't know. Interesting, right? Symbolizes blue screen. What do you mean? Oh, a default safety mechanism of a computer. Wait. Interesting. So it's like a void protective space. Oh, I like that because that I feel like could be maybe that's okay. Interesting. 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 Did I already say I haven't made my own boba? I don't know if I responded to that comment. I'm going off a few hours of sleep here. I'm running on fumes, but I have not made my own boba. Okay, so setting up the book is already setting up themes of sadness, lack of fulfillment. Yeah, for sure. Maybe something to do with that. Yeah, that also could be too. That's a good point. And that's true for all the characters, right? Like all the characters in some capacity are lonely. So that's actually really interesting, something I hadn't even really thought about. Oh, Nat. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. I thought of it like a hyperlink too, which is an extension to another part, like a doorway. Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. That's a good. Yeah, all these are great suggestions. I love this. Yeah, I'm not big on coffee either. It's just tea for me. Yeah, no, so my husband was right. He's super smart, so even he can see things in like a completely different way than I can. So when he brought that up, I was like, "Oh, that's really interesting." But there isn't a digital format, so I don't know how that would work. But yeah, that makes total freaking sense. That is true too. Yeah. Yeah, we have to think about the time that it was written as well. That's funny. I would move it, but I'm too scared to touch it. I'm not touching the mic for the rest. Yeah, that's very true too. Interesting. Okay, cool. See, this is why I like talking about books. This is so cool. And everyone has like a different perspective on what one thing could mean. Oh, let me okay. I'm gonna try not to let me end this poll because I think sometimes it can get annoying. Oh, okay, so it seems most people do like chatting instead of reading. Interesting. So when we do these in the future, do you guys want reading sections or do you guys just want to chat? If you guys just want to chat, that's totally fine with me. And I can just keep reading sprints to Patreon. So let me know. Yeah, or we could do a mix. You guys let me know. What? Now I can't remember even where text is read. I don't remember seeing red text yet. But I mean, yeah, it's there for a reason. It means something for sure, right? Okay, yeah, we can do both. Sounds good to me. All right, so this family goes on vacation. Yeah, and that's also really interesting too because we don't know anything about this family. We don't know anything about this tape. We don't know anything. We're so far removed from this experience. So everything that we're getting is like told through, it's like playing a game of telephone, you know? Oh, some editions don't have the red text. What? That's even interesting. Yeah, so I'm sure it'll come up more so later. You're right. Yeah, scrolling through, I do remember seeing blue. I'm curious. Oh, yeah, I do have some red text, but nothing that I've gotten to yet, it looks like. Oh, there's. Oh, see, and this is interesting too. I just flipped to a page, and this other word is in blue, and I guarantee that if I translated that to English, it would mean house. Okay, so the family goes on vacation. They come home to additional rooms in their house. This is crazy, right? This is all crazy. Oh, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so I do have some red in here. This is so fun. This is like a treasure hunt. Um, okay, then we learned that the inside length exceeds the outside. And then I really liked how they go in and talk about different things. And this is where I think the footnotes are actually helpful because sometimes they're not, but sometimes I do think they are. Um, One thing, this doesn't have to do with the footnotes, but one thing is with the coffee, how they're talking about the coffee's like filled to the brim, but because of the surface tension, it doesn't spill over. I thought that was interesting. And then they talk about echoes as well. And I thought that that was interesting. So it's like kind of their way of explaining what's going on in the house, but not fully. You know what I'm saying? And then I just put what the fuck page 42, so I don't even know what that means. There's nothing even on here. Okay, I don't know why I did that. There's another one of those. I wonder if that's here too. Oh. No, okay. Oh, you know what I just realized too is the cover does kind of look like a maze. And there is we do have that minotaur in a maze in one of the appendix too. I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Oh my gosh, wait, you're saying this guy is supposed to reflect the concept that the inside is bigger than the outside. Wait, I never even thought about that. That is so fun. I love that. Yeah, I can definitely see how it would be. I was getting a headache trying to finish my pages the other day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the worst book to read when you're on the verge of a headache. I don't know. It's not like confusing in the way that I thought it would be. It's just a lot to take in at once, you know? Actually, I do think I have 3D glasses somewhere. Yeah. Well, yeah, all of it, right? Like the cover is like a maze, and then the house itself is like a maze, and then like I said, there's a picture of the Minotaur in the maze that from Greek mythology. I can't really remember what happens in that story, but I should go back and look because I saw that and I'm like, oh, that probably means something. Yes, and I realized that he put a little Poe thing on the back. Isn't that so cute? What a cool, like, what a dream to be able to create art with your sibling, you know? And have things that you guys both do. Like he's writing, she's making music, and then they can combine it and do a project together. That is just so wonderful. I love that. And I just have loved Poe since the 90s, so. Yeah, the book is like the house. You get lost in the pages for sure, and you're like flipping back and forth, and then yeah, it's been quite interesting so far. I'm actually really enjoying the process of reading it. You know, it's like working out a puzzle. It's not just sitting down and reading a book. You have to do work for it, you know? Book club will be in 2 Sundays, whatever that next Sunday's Easter, so the Sunday after that. Um, Okay, so then, wait. Oh, I don't have the original thing, but we're told to go 582. We're told to go to the appendix. I don't know where this is in the book, but this is what shows up, is this picture. Yes, yes, I have read We Used to Live Here, and I did really enjoy that book as well. And I can see how it would be inspired by this. And then but it's like almost a new age version of this, right? Because it is very much so the whole like internet, Reddit kind of stuff with it as well. So it's like a modern day, a modernized version, which is kind of fun. I'm sure there's so many books inspired by this. But anyway, so this picture, I can't remember. I wish I saved the page that it told me to go to because I don't even remember. Maybe you could help us out with this one, Amy. But I don't remember what this is supposed to be a picture of. But I just know we were told to go here. And the weird thing is, we're told to go to Appendix C, but there was no Appendix A or B. So I'm curious, or Appendix 2, Section C. So I'm curious if, oh, I guess maybe we did go to Section A because there's some drawings here. And I do remember them saying something about drawing something on an envelope. But they didn't point us to the B section, these Pelican poems. So I'm curious if this will come in later or if we were just supposed to read this. This is another question, Amy, you can help us with too. If we're just supposed to read this because we've already been brought to a later point in them. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't know what the heck I'm looking at. But we got some bullet casings and or pills, some eyeballs. You guys know how I love my eyeballs. And that Minotaur guy. Some like stubs for things, some stamps, which that looks like Edgar Allan Poe. I think it might be Edgar Allan Poe, maybe. But the thing that I found interesting about that, okay. Oh, see? Sneaky, sneaky. Because I'm thinking, well, surely if we were supposed to read these poems, they would have pointed it out before. Like they're not going to go back in the appendix. So maybe when something's introduced, you're just expected to read what's before it, which means that I have to read these poems too. Gosh. And then there's this where it's just pictures of different houses. What is this supposed to signify? That this isn't just happening in one house? That this is, I don't know. I don't know, dudes. But the reason I point this out, I'm still not sure what to make of this or if anybody has any comments on this specifically, these pictures. So the only thing that I found in here is there's this chart here. And if you go back to page, gosh, I hope I wrote this down. I am such a dummy if I didn't write this down. I didn't write this down, but I think I'll be able to find it. Okay, on page 62, there's a footnote that has this symbol. So it's not numbered like the other footnotes, it's numbered with this symbol. So I looked at this picture, I didn't really think anything of it. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be looking at. And then later on I saw this symbol, I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then I showed my husband this picture and I'm like, wait, that's a symbol from the footnotes. And it says aircraft badly damaged. And then the footnote is for books that they had in the house. So, guys, I don't know. What does this mean? What does this mean? Yeah, I haven't gotten to the mother's letter. So that's something that we'll have to talk about next time. So I apologize. I read this way too close to the live stream. And thought I was like, oh, 80 pages, I got this. And then it's like, oh, you have to read all this too. So I don't know, maybe this is something that we'll come back to. Why is there a footnote that has anything to do with this thing? But it can't be there for no reason, right? Like it's there, that's not a coincidence that he used that specific symbol. You know what I'm saying? Aircraft badly damaged. And then also Johnny's father was a pilot too. So it's gotta mean something. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Help me out. What do you think? What's going on in this picture? This is on page 582, by the way. Amy, is this something that we're going to come back to, this picture? Is this something we should be looking at closer? Does this mean anything? Who's Jack London? Let me Google who this guy is. John. No, Jack. Who's Jack? Oh, yeah, no. American novelist. Okay, so the stamps are of writers, American writers. So I'm pretty sure that's Edgar Allan Poe. I would recognize my man's face anywhere. Oh, see, this is so interesting. Okay, so I feel like this is probably going to be a picture that we're going to flip back to if that freaking symbol came up in the thing. So, okay. She drinks tea. Lipton. Shitty tea, but she drinks tea. God has no mother. Carthage must be destroyed, whatever that means. Sleep aid. You have a strong desire for a home and your family comes first. Here's some lucky numbers. 14 is circled with question marks. There's just so much in here. How are we supposed to know what the hell's going on? Also really nervous to see what happens to the dog. I do not like when bad things happen to doggies and kitties. Also, is that bloody glass? I don't know, guys. There's just so much going on here. How cool would this be? Like, imagine you're writing a book and you're like, I got this idea. Imagine him putting all this shit together to take a picture. This is so cool. Oh, see, even that's interesting. Jack London wrote wilderness survival stories. I wonder if that... I mean, everything has to be here for a reason. That's why I'm like, you know? Like, he didn't just throw this stuff together for no reason. He didn't highlight stuff in red for no reason. It's all here for a purpose. So why did he select these specific authors in their stamps, you know? So wilderness survivor story. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in the back of my head. Oh, I didn't even know there were versions without the picture. Well, this is what it looks like if you can see. It takes a second, so I can't tell if you can see it or not. Yeah. So there's all sorts of stuff going on in here. So that means after it was published, he went in and did this? Okay, interesting. Well, I think this is probably going to be something that we probably refer back to quite a bit. And then so when he's talking about echoes, well, I guess he kind of tells us. Exact distance can be determined by timing the duration of a sound's round trip between the deflecting objects and its point of origin. It is critical to recognize how the laws of physics, in tandem with the echo's mythic inheritance, serve to enhance echo's interpretive strength. But I don't know. This is probably the worst discussion to have when on like 3 hours of sleep. Wait, what's alternate reality game for We Used to Live Here? What's that? um, yeah, that sucks because I don't have a way of showing you any better. No! I mean, like, no, but in a cute way. Your cat's just hanging out with a bunch of puppies. Wait, why do you have puppies? I'm so jealous. I want puppies. Yeah, I wish I could show you better, but I have no way of even showing you. Okay, I'm old and I don't understand acronyms. What's an ARG? I don't know what that is. Uh, but really, that's kind of all that happens in the book so far. So we have that discussion of the water or the coffee not spilling over the cup. We have the discussion of echoes, and that's kind of really the only information that we have as well, any sort of explanation, which I don't know fully if that is an explanation. And then we have the rooms keep growing, getting larger, smaller, doors appearing. We have Navi, I guess is kind of what people call him. He goes into one of these rooms and his wife doesn't want him to, but he goes in and then he gets lost because things are ever changing. Wait, is that part of the. I gotta make a note to read the Minotaur thing again. Because I can't remember exactly what happens in that myth. And I can't remember why he's put in the maze in the first place, but that probably has some. Well, it definitely has some significance because there's a friggin' picture of it in here. Alternate reality game. Oh, okay. Wait, that's so fun. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look into that too. Um, uh, See, there's so much. How are we supposed to... Thank you. How are we supposed to decipher all of this stuff? I'm sure it has something. It might come up later, you know. I have no idea. The echoes discuss. The echoes. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was kind of Johnny's addition in the end. As he's talking about navigating, he says something about like walking and not being able to see, and then Johnny goes in and says like that's how Zampano or whatever sees the world since he's blind. And then he goes on a whole thing imagining him like walking his house. Okay. The king's wife slept with a bull. Typical. Gave birth to a minotaur, and the king put him in a maze because he didn't want to kill his wife's child. Yep, don't know what the fuck that means. I mean, like, in relation to the book. Jeez. So... Oh, and then we also have this inability of animals to wander those corridors. So when the dog and cat run into the corridor, they end up in the backyard. So it's almost like a portal to them. But to Navi, that's not what happens. He ends up wandering and getting lost. Okay, so there's some emerging themes here. So we have the themes of loneliness, like we were talking about. We have the themes of a maze, or, yeah, mazes. Any other themes that you guys figured out? We do also have, I don't know if like a haunting is the right word, but we do have something going on, especially with Johnny. He's hearing things, seeing things, he hears growls. Oh yeah, and same with, yeah, I guess that some sort of haunting would be accurate, because when Navi goes into the maze, he hears growling as well. So now the question is Johnny hearing this because he's on drugs and he's reading a creepy story at night? Or is he actually being affected by the text in some way? And if that is the case, that's pretty scary, because he's so far removed from that original video. He hasn't even seen the video. He's read a paper a blind guy wrote on a video, and he's supposedly being haunted or whatever, affected in some way by this text. So that's almost a scarier alternative. Okay, interesting. Okay, virgins get sacrificed to the Minotaur by being sent to the maze. Oh, well, that's interesting. A red string to find his way through. There's Red Riding later. Maybe that's supposed to play into it somehow. If you look at the picture again, maybe it's in reference to how their relationship is in a downfall. Oh, man. Yeah, because, oh my gosh. Wait, that's such a wonderful interpretation, because that footnote is describing the books in their house that indicate some sort of issue maritally. And then, yeah, that footnote in the back says the plane has bodily damage, meaning it's not doing well. Wait, that's such an ingenious interpretation. Thank you so much for sharing that. Because I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I did not get that. Hello, welcome. I'm in California too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we don't know. There is some sort of haunting happening, but yeah, we don't know what it is, especially with Navi because we're so far removed from that story with Johnny. Could be drugs, could be what he's getting up to, or it could be the effect of the story. I don't know. Okay, themes of family. The Minotaur is an unwanted child, and then we do know Johnny's family. His dad passed away. His mom was in an institute. I haven't read the letters. Don't ruin those for me yet. But oh, God has no mother is on the picture page too. So yeah, family. That's a good running theme. And also, what the hell, Marilla? What are you doing? My cat is behind the door, sticking her paws through the door. Morella, what are you doing? This cat, I swear. But yeah, family, specifically like dysfunctional family for sure. Uh, there's definitely some issues in Navi and Karen's relationship, and then it seems as though uh, Zampano or whatever his name is was quite lonely as well. He had people come from the Braille Institute to read from him, so it didn't seem like he had much family left. Maybe the cats. Also, an interesting thing when what's his face was talking about the cats like they were years of his life. I was just like, that's an interesting thought. Okay, where were we? Yeah, the relationship help books. Exactly. You're a genius. That's so smart. So you got to think outside the box reading this. I don't know if this is the best book for me. That's interesting too. Yeah, I mean, curious. Well, I guess they did say other people had issues living in the house before. So I was going to ask if maybe the house itself was some sort of metaphor for their relationship. When they first move in, it's normal and fine, and then it becomes stranger and stranger as time progresses. But I guess it's not solely accurate because other people living in the house had issues as well. Okay. Working theories, the Minotaur represents conscious denial. See, I'm going to go back and read this story. I read it in college, but that was 3,000 years ago. So I'm going to have to go and read it and read the full story and see. Actually, I wonder if it's in my Greek mythology book. Okay, I'm going to dig that out. Let me make a note to dig out my Greek mythology book and see if it's in there. Okay, so while the house is unconscious denial, escapism into the mundane, worldly, so exploring the house and finding it empty is, oh, interesting, like an existential crisis. Animals don't experience this. Ooh, okay. Okay, I like this. I'm just trying to think because, yeah, they both had flourishing careers. And then they move into this house, and he's just at home taking videos of the house, and she's not doing great either. But I wonder how this relates to the people before them in the house as well. Oh, the introduction. So are they saying that are you saying that that's kind of like a common theme for everyone? Or like why this specific house? Why the people that live in this specific house? You get what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Nat, that's my dream. I took a Greek and Roman mythology in college and I was like, if I could go see these sites, that would be amazing. I know they still have a ton of stuff left over, huge statues and stuff, some fallen down and crumbling and stuff, but even to be able to see that, oh my gosh. Oh gosh, I didn't touch this, did I? Did I touch my mic? Oh, I don't know. Okay, let me go back to the end of the intro real quick. So, okay. That's when you'll discover you no longer trust the walls you always took for granted. Even the hallways you've walked 100 times will feel longer, much longer, and the shadows, any shadows at all, will suddenly seem deeper, much, much deeper. See, this is such a messed up intro to the books. I feel like we're gonna have to go back and read this a few times. You might try then, as I did, to find a sky full of stars. Wait, to find a sky so full of stars that will blind you again. Only no stars can blind you now. Even with all that iridescent magic up there, your eyes will no longer linger on the light. It will no longer trace constellations. You'll care only for the darkness and you'll watch it for hours, for days, maybe even for years, trying in vain to believe you're some kind of indispensable universe appointed sentinel. Oh my gosh. As if just looking you could actually keep it at bay. It will get so bad that you'll be afraid to look away. You'll be afraid to sleep. Then, no matter where you are, in a crowded restaurant or some desolate street, or even in the comforts of your own home, you'll watch yourself dismantle every assurance you ever lived by. You'll stand aside as a great complexity intrudes, tearing apart piece by piece all of your carefully conceived denials, whether deliberate or unconscious. And then, for better or for worse, you'll turn, unable to resist. Though try to resist, you still will, fighting with everything you've got, not to face the thing you most dread. What is now, what will be, what has always come before, the creature you truly are, the creature we all are, buried in the nameless black of a name, and then the nightmare will begin. Jeez. What do you think, Morella? Any ideas, Morella? Okay. It's about the concept, not the actual house. Now I want to go back and read the intro. Yeah, she's like, wait, you can still hear? You can still hear on this mic? I gotta bite this cord a little bit more. Okay, so wait, I want to go back and read what you read about, or what you said. While the house is unconscious denial, escapism into the mundane, so exploring the house and finding it empty. I still have so many questions. I don't know, man. Do you guys have any other thoughts? Any other things we should touch on? Any other things that you found that you think might be interesting? ideas, themes. Even this, when it's talking about Zampano's writing, it says his mind never ceased branching out into new territories. Like, even his writing is a maze of sorts. Because he calls him a graphomaniac. He just continually writes. Whatever it was he could never quite address in himself prevented him from ever settling. Death finally saw to that. Hello, ma'am. Did you break my microphone? You have to buy a new one. All right, you gotta move. You gotta move somewhere. You're a little bit in the way. Oh. He also says, out of the blue, beyond the house, or beyond any cause you can trace, you'll suddenly realize things are not how you perceive them to be at all. For some reason, you will no longer be the person you believed you once were. You'll detect slow and subtle shifts going on all around you, more importantly, shifts in you. First, you'll realize it's always been shifting, like a shimmer of sorts, a vast shimmer, only dark like a room, but you won't understand why or how. You'll have forgotten what granted you this awareness in the first place. Man, guys, I just feel like there's so much I'm missing still. I don't know, I'm scared to Google because I don't want to mess up my mic. I also feel like it's hard because we're just getting started. Ooh, but he does have a book with an eyeball as the cover. You guys know how much I love eyeballs. He has a series called The Familiar. The Poetics of Space. There's a place for you. I don't know, guys. I feel like this is gonna be an experience and we're gonna have to just chip away slowly at it. Morella, first you break my microphone, then you move it. Oh. Well, all I can say so far is that Morella likes that demon that is growling at everyone and scratching them. That's Morella's favorite part, of course. Huh. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I don't know where else to go from here. I just feel like there's so much, but how are you supposed to figure that out? I mean, I'm glad we're reading this slowly because then we could read it slow and kind of dissect everything. And I do feel like I had to read the last 60 pages in the last few days, so I probably missed a lot. So I'm excited to slow it down and hopefully pick up more going forward. But I think we have a good place to start. We have some good themes to keep an eye out for. And I guess we can just keep referring to that picture. Let me actually see. For those of you who don't have the pictures, you can actually just Google pictures from the House of Leaves and they come up. Thank you so much, Marilla. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, bro. Yeah, you know what's so funny about that, Richard, is I've read Survivor and I don't even remember it being cult like. But I was just thinking recently that that I need to go back and read some Chuck Palahniuk books because it's been so long since I've read it. But yeah, I really don't read that many cult books. So, Amy, what do you think so far? Are we on the right track? Are we missing a ton of stuff? Are we... Yeah, well, now I'm going to go do a little bit of research. I'm going to reread that. It's like homework. I'm going to reread that Minotaur myth because that's really interesting with the red string and stuff. I'm just curious what else we might be missing in there. So I'm going to reread that. I'm going to also look at some other stuff that you guys had mentioned, some of the quotes and stuff. So I'll look into those. It feels like Pinhead's hell for readers. Pain and pleasure of understanding this book. Yeah, I think it's just I just don't want to miss anything. And I know that it's going to be inevitable with a book like that, and that kind of stresses me out. Oh, okay. I will definitely look into that one too. An honest lie. Okay, cool. So then do you guys want to do next month we'll do another 80 pages, so we'll go up to page 160 and tentatively 160 because there's going to be added shit. But I think that that's probably the best way to do it is just breaking it down into small chunks and just trying to figure out what the heck's going on. And then maybe next month we'll get more clarification on some of the stuff that we read this month too. Yeah, that was fun, huh? ChatGPT came through with that one. Origin of Brunists? I had to find a book that was about a cult and I'm like I can't think of one singular book that I've read that's about a cult. But I ended up finding the family whatever it's called, the family upstairs. which is like kind of about, it's kind of cheating, I guess, but it's kind of about a cult. But yeah, I don't really read many horror books about cults. No, but that sounds like a video game I do not want to play. Just like an existential crisis. Oh no, yeah, no problem at all. Take your time, read as slowly as you need. Honestly, the past 3 days I did all of the reading. I was on page 20 for the last month, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be at page 80. And so I scrambled and I read the pages, which was fine, but I feel like reading slowly will be a lot more helpful going forward, especially because there's so much going on in like the pictures and things like that. There's just a lot, like you said, you can go off on these tangents. And so I'm excited to read it slower and get hopefully a better grasp. Okay, so let's do that. Page 152. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amy. You are a lifesaver. I like how you're just like helping guide us through this book. Okay, cool. Yeah, and also if we need to push back, because this is technically supposed to be book club for December, but you know what I mean? If we're reading a little slower or whatever, it could be January. It's not that big of a deal. So, okay, we'll do 152, and then we'll meet back up here next month, and we'll dive into those pages and see what else we can find. I don't know. I don't honestly, I was thinking about listening to Moby Dick like on an audio book, but I have this really pretty cover that I want to read, but I'm not, there's no way I'm going to get to it this year with I have four book clubs, and everyone keeps picking like 400-page books for this book club. So I just don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get to the books that I want to get to, but one day, we got plenty of time. It just not might not be this year. I'm helping hold the red string for the labyrinth. Exactly. I was thinking about that when he went in. I was like, why wouldn't he tie a rope? But then if the walls are changing, I don't think that that's really going to do much help for him. So, anyways, I'm excited to see where this goes. We have been on live for a very long time. I talked way too much today, but my husband brought me a boba. So, my plan for the day is to drink a boba, take a nap, and then I'm going to go to my friend's house tonight to hang out for a bit. Do you guys have any Sunday plans? I guess for my UK people, it's kind of late over there, right? You guys are probably at the end of your day, but hopefully some relaxing, some reading, something fun. I got to get this book done. I really have to finish this. I've been like slowly getting through that one too, and I just got to pull off the band-aid and get it done. Oh, I haven't watched The Last of Us, but I heard great things about it. I know. I know, Richard, me too, because I was going to recommend A Head Full of Ghosts, and then I saw that book, and I'm like, oh, should I recommend this one instead? It's hard. It's a hard thing to do. But you have 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to figure it out. And I voted on one for you, but I just voted on one because I know my friend has that book. So that's why I picked that one. And they said, oh, you should read this. So reading and crocheting, that sounds wonderful. Going to bed, that sounds wonderful too. I'm going to take a nap as well. Oh, yeah, watch Coachella on YouTube. Oh, yeah, I've been talking so much. I kept you guys up way too late. I apologize. Oh my gosh, I kept you up till midnight. I'm so sorry. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Thanks, anybody, for giving me more ideas and information and kind of what you picked out from the story, because it really helps me analyze the story too. Oh, Richard, don't kill us with the 600-page book. I will cry. I know, huh? Like a tiny book club. Last month was perfect because it was Victorian Psycho, so that one went by super quickly. But yeah, these 400-page books in book club. I think I had quite a few book clubs this month that were pretty long, so I'm just like, I just want to read what I want to read, you know? Four book clubs may be pushing. I may have taken on too much. I'm assuming that's a video game. I don't know. I don't know anything about video games, but that sounds fun as well. Yeah. Just be like, oh no, maybe this other one. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you next month. I'll give you all the details and everything on. I'll post it on YouTube. I'll post it on Instagram. You guys know the drill. And then for Patreon, I'll post everything over there. I mean, we talk on Patreon all the time. So, but yeah, I'll post everything everywhere so you guys will know which dates and everything. It'll be a Sunday around the same time. But thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm going to go take a nap. This was a lot of fun. And I will see you soon. I'll see you in 2 weeks for book club, 2 Sundays. So I'll see you then. Thanks, guys. Bye. Have a good Sunday.